Maybe it's in the gutter where I left my lover.
YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Wild Wiz Right. Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to an Overwatch 2 video. Thank you for stopping by. This time around, we're talking about Hog. There's a lot of chatter around the community where we're talking about whether or not Hog should be nerfed.
Let's get this show
He's a 700 HP tank who can heal himself for about 300 to 350 and can one-shot squishies. A lot of people have been saying he needs to get nerfed, and I can completely understand why. Getting one shot by a tank isn't really the best, and it's not fun. But to be completely honest, in my opinion, I don't think he needs to get nerfed, and that's because there's a whole bunch of CC in the game and different ways to stop the hook. Number one is just being out of his line of sight. I mean, it's kind of hard sometimes because, you know, a lot of times people forget where he is and they don't have their headphones on, so they can't hear his footsteps, and sometimes he just throws the hooks out there, you know, behind the tank, and then misses the tank and you can get to Anna sitting in the back, right? That kind of sucks, and then Anna ends up dying or whatever. But the amount of CC that's in the game, if your team coordinates correctly, can force him off Hog and go on to a different character. I don't really think he needs to get nerfed. Starting with the number one counter, in my opinion, is Anna. From the other side is Anna. She can empty him and she can sleep him. That's two CCs right behind him. Anti-nade is not really a CC per se, but this sleep can put him to sleep, whether he's taking a breather or maybe about to hook somebody or did hook somebody. The time it takes for them to get hooked and to be in close enough range for him to shoot them, you can probably get a sleep off in there, which will stop someone from dying. You just have to have a good reaction for it, and always keep your mind out for it. Coming from the healing side again, you can say Mora's more for yourself. Again, keep aware of where he is at all times, and if you feel like he's going to hook you, you can rage for him out of that. You know, other than this Lucio right here, I mean, Edgar, again, hard target to kind of hit with your hook if he's really, really good. In my opinion, that Lucio wasn't the best, but Mercy could be difficult to hit because she's able to like fly around. Kiriko as well. She could use her cleanse. She could also teleport out if she feels like the Hog is looking for a hook. You know, and Brig, she's got her shield, so she can keep her shield up, put it up pretty quickly to maybe avoid the hook. You know, it's mostly for, I would say, that a lot of DPS don't have a counter to him per se. I mean, Reaper is a good counter, but if he doesn't get hooked, you know, he does a lot of damage up close. But like, you just have to be kind of aware. And then from tanks, you can go Reinhardt, stay in his face. If you get hooked, that's okay. If you have an Anna on your team, if you get hooked into that, she can throw an anti-nade on you to heal you while also anti-ing the Hog. And then you can maybe keep swinging or, you know, charge him into a corner or something like that. Is Reinhardt. The biggest tank is Orisa that counters him. And again, I don't know if it's the best. I'm not the best player, but I like to stay in the Hog's face. That way I get hit with the hook rather than my teammates. And I can also easily avoid his take a breather. You know what I mean? I have an arrow that launches him backwards to prevent him from taking a breather, which he heals himself, which is a factor that he has. Not no other tank has that. Then you have Diva can do two things. She can tank the hook, right? Stay in front of him and tank the hook. As well as if she realizes someone got hooked fast enough, she can defense matrix and take the shots for them in her defense matrix. Doomfist is not really the best counter. Actually, Hog kind of counters him. But what he can do is, if he's, you know, times are right and someone's about to get hooked, and then he can punch them out of the hook. Winston, the only thing that can stop Winston or Hog from Winston is kind of like his bubble. I mean, if you feel like someone's about to get hooked, like an Anna or Lucio, you can put down a bubble and it can stop the hook. Zarya, not the best. She can bubble somebody. Again, that's a good way to stop the hook, but not the best. If you time it right, as a Zarya main, if you time it right, you can get a good amount of ult charge off of it. However, if the hog is good, like I played against some good hogs, if they figure out you're just waiting for them to hook somebody and bubble them, what they will do is they will hook somebody, get a hook off, know the bubble's coming, wait for it to leave, because now that person who ever hooked is now out of position because they're in front of you. You either have to waste some of the bubble on them, or maybe they get out or something like that, but the hog will then, after your bubble gone, start walking forward and shooting the squishy, whoever it is. So she's not the best, but she's decent against a decent hog, you know what I mean? But the question is, Sigma is, again, he has some CC with his rock. You can destroy this, take a breather from the rock, again, good. That's part of the biggest thing, is that the fact that he can heal himself for like 300-400 HP. And if you've got healers, it's really hard to kill him. But you can CC his take a breather with rock and his ult. Sigma can eat a lot of his ult, so that's pretty good too. I think it's just the way you play around the hog. You kind of just forget about him and think about like anything else instead of having your team just focus him all the time. It's gonna be difficult. But then people are talking about, but there's Kiriko in the game. Yeah, I understand Kiriko's in the game. That's where you need the DPS, or maybe yourself, depending on the situation. Force her to cleanse herself, or use cleanse early. That way, the take a breather or Anna's anti-nade when she hits him with it won't be in effect. The faster you get her to cleanse, the faster you'll have time to hit him with an anti, the faster maybe your team can melt him down and go. I don't really think he needs to get a nerf. I just personally think you gotta play around him, and it's just kind of annoying to get one shot, but it's just about knowing the best character you're with and how to counter him and when to use your abilities. A lot of times, let's say Sigma for instance, they'll just chuck the rock at somebody and maybe CC them a little bit, but if you got a hog who's looking for a hook, or you're going against somebody who's about to take a breather, you gotta just kind of save it, and just forget about using it for anything else. Not forget about it per se, but like kind of focus on when he's going to take a breather. But it's been your boy Wild Frights. That's my opinions on hog, and I hope you guys have a good day.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.